Hey guys, just a brief update on explanation. I've been reading the comments, a lot of comments by the way, a lot of helpful advice and suggestions. And here's what I'm running into, okay? I've had the truck parked right up under the yard light of the chalet, which stays on all night. I also have motion sensing lights out here to help boost the amount of visible light at night if somebody comes through this area where my truck is parked. But here is the problem with night vision cameras. No matter how much light you have, the camera has its own infrared light. So what it's going to do is it's going to transmit, it's going to put out its infrared light, and then anything in front of the camera up close is going to be a washout of bright light, making anything behind it black. Now, that's what you see in the video I showed you. There was that post, that electric fence post in the foreground, which was bright and washed out because all the infrared light was reflecting off that post in the foreground, which then the camera adjusts for that brightness, dimming out everything behind. And when you have a treed area like this, a lot of trees and a lot of objects around you, it's almost impossible with the game cameras to get a good view of your vehicle or your home or anything else you're trying to defend. When I did this other video, I wasn't thinking about that point. I was thinking about the just the fact that I haven't ever got any video. So you can see the different levels and depths of things between my truck and me, for example, when standing in front of the chalet. So all these different branches and all these things, one, are going to trigger false responses with the camera, and you've got to sort through a ton of footage because this branch swinging in the breeze is going to trigger a false alarm, and then it's also going to cause a washout and you won't see the truck. Now, I had been parking the truck in front of the chalet where the bright light was on. Obviously that failed me, and it's peaceful here in Michigan. Way more peaceful than it was in Pine Bush, and I sleep better, which is not so beneficial when somebody's out here in the night. I don't hear anything anymore. Also, the windows are, well, the bedroom's on the far end of the house. That doesn't help. So, either I cut down all the trees, or I park the truck in the middle of the yard at night. Well, it's not running now anyway, but so I can't move it, but an option would be the truck to park the truck in the middle of the yard and put a camera close to it, but then they're going to see the camera. And I've often had people remove the memory card. And one time when I had a lot of vandalism when I went to the Philippines and I came back, all of my cameras had the memory cards in them, but they were erased. And there was a lot of footage because the one memory card, or the one camera, had trace video files, their own proprietary file. I never could figure out what was on them, but they had their proprietary files. For every time there was a video or photo taken, it recorded its own file, which told me that the people went in and deleted all the evidence of their presence on all of my cameras that time. So the trail cameras are not fail-safe when you're dealing with people, and that is the big issue I've been dealing with so far. Now, with the home camera system I had in New York, the problem is a tree leaf would be in the foreground between the camera and the the yard. There were trees. There were a lot of trees, and so at night all you would see is the tree leaf, bright, blazing tree leaf, rather than people messing around in the background. So I never got any clear footage of anything. The cameras aren't very high resolution at night, but they did record video. The problem was anything between the camera and the object being recorded is going to cause a washout, and that was what I dealt with in New York. So part of the reason I spread stuff out here in Michigan, I spread things out very wide and far apart. And part of the reason for this was so I have a better chance of keeping an eye on things and protecting things. So my sheds are way out there, and everything has their own security systems and lights and whatever. So that's it. I just wanted to update that and clarify the washout pattern and why I haven't actually got anything. Uh-oh, there's an animal in my garden. No, he's just passing through. The ground squirrels are destructive little creatures. We gotta see what he was after. Alright, I'm gonna get this video up to you guys after I find out what's going on here.